Imagine a fruit so regal, so elusive, that it was once whispered about in the royal courts of Europe, yet remained a forbidden treasure in the West for decades. This is the mangosteen, the queen of fruits. From the lush, humid tropics of Southeast Asia, this gem hides a snowy white, tangy sweet interior beneath a thick royal purple rind. But for nearly a century, its beauty was a secret kept from many. Importation to the United States was strictly banned until 2007 due to fears of the Asian fruit fly. To taste one was to experience a rare, almost mythical luxury that had finally found its way back into the light. In our modern world of instant gratification, the mangosteen tree stands as a silent rebel. It is a testament to the virtues our grandparents lived by: patience, stewardship, and a deep respect for the clock of nature. You see, a mangosteen seedling can take up to 15 years to bear its very first fruit. Our ancestors understood this long-game gardening. They planted trees not just for themselves, but as a legacy for the generations to follow. They knew that the best things in life, the juiciest, most medicinal orbs of deliciousness, could not be rushed. When a single tree finally reaches its peak, it can produce over 1,000 fruits in a good season, rewarding that decade of waiting with an abundance of health. Today, we are standing on the precipice of a great rediscovery. As we look back at the lost harvests of the past, we are finding that what our grandparents called local secrets are what modern doctors now call nature's medicine. Take, for instance, the vibrant gac, or baby jackfruit. Nicknamed the fruit from heaven, this spiky orange-red climber was once a humble staple of Vietnamese New Year celebrations, believed to bring good luck. Now the scientific world is catching up to the tradition. The deep orange-red color of the gac isn't just for show, it is a visual signal of its immense nutritional density. Packed with beta-carotene for eye health and lycopene to protect the heart, this fruit is being transitioned from a backyard secret into a global superfood. We are beginning to realize that the forgotten fruits of the past hold the keys to the wellness of our future. Deep within the green realms of Southeast Asia, a local secret is beginning to capture the world's attention, known by those who treasure it as the fruit from heaven. This is the gac, or baby jackfruit, a vibrant marvel that seems to pulse with a life force all its own. To look at its intimidating spiky skin, you might think nature intended to keep its treasures hidden, but inside lies a nutritional density that is nothing short of celestial. For the home gardener, the gac offers a lesson in grace and verticality. Unlike the sturdy, stationary trunks of apple or orange trees, the gac is a climber. It reaches upward, weaving itself into the landscape and showing off its brilliant colors only once a year. This rare appearance makes the harvest a moment of profound significance. In places like Vietnam, the gac season is a centerpiece of celebration, particularly during the new year. The fruit's deep red hue is seen as a harbinger of good luck, traditionally used to turn sticky rice into a bright red delicacy known as xoy gac. Our grandparents didn't need a laboratory to tell them this fruit was special. They felt it in the vitality it brought to their festivals and their bodies. Today, the doctor's angle is confirming what these ancient traditions always knew. That intense blood-red color is a biological signal of a nutritional powerhouse. Gac is overflowing with beta-carotene, which is essential for maintaining keen eyesight, and lycopene, a potent antioxidant famously known for supporting heart health. While the modern world often tries to condense these benefits into a synthetic pill or a processed supplement, the gac reminds us that our ancestors consumed these life-giving nutrients naturally, straight from the vine. Even if you cannot find the fresh fruit in your local market, its emergence in juices and supplements ensures that the wisdom of the fruit from heaven is finally reaching a global audience. It is a bridge between the ancient garden and modern medicine, a reminder that sometimes the best way to move forward is to look back at what grew on our grandparents' fences. High in the sun-drenched valleys and mist-shrouded peaks of South America, we find the creamy custards of the ancient world. These are the relics of the Andes, fruits that once graced the tables of Incan royalty and later captivated the greatest minds of literature. Chief among them is the cherimoya, a heart-shaped wonder dressed in green dragon-scale skin. It might look like a mythical creature, but its flavor is a very real, succulent symphony of banana, pineapple, and strawberry. Mark Twain once hailed the cherimoya as the most delicious fruit known to men, a sentiment easily understood the moment you scoop its chilled, velvety flesh directly from the skin. These trees are modest growers, thriving in high-altitude climates where cool mists provide the perfect sanctuary for their segmented, seed-studded treasures. In our grandparents' time, such fruits were a labor of love, requiring a patient hand and a specific climate to reach their peak sweetness. Today, nutritionists are looking back at this custard apple, not just for its decadence, but for the dense vitamins and minerals hidden within its white fibrous bulbs. Joining the cherimoya in these rugged highlands is the resilient tamarillo, affectionately known as the tree tomato. While it might look like a common garden tomato, the tamarillo is a tough survivor, built to handle the varied climates of the Andes. It hangs from the branches like a vibrant ornament, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal its zesty secrets. Gardening with the tamarillo is a journey into versatility. It is a culinary chameleon that our ancestors used to bridge the gap between sweet and savory. Imagine a fruit that can be transformed into a spicy, fresh salsa for dinner, or poured as a tangy, vibrant sauce over ice cream for dessert. It is this adaptability, combined with its rich color and tropical twist, that makes it a forgotten hero in the modern kitchen. These Andean treasures remind us that the most sophisticated flavors weren't invented in a lab. They were cultivated centuries ago by those who knew how to listen to the mountains. In the vibrant, bustling markets of Jamaica, you will find a fruit that embodies the very spirit of the island, a fascinating fusion of danger and delight known as the ackee. This national treasure is a culinary icon, most famous for its role in the beloved dish ackee and saltfish, which is synonymous with Jamaican identity. Yet the ackee holds a mysterious duality that our grandparents understood deeply. It is as notorious as it is beloved. The fruit must be fully ripe and prepared with the ancient wisdom of the elders to be safe. An unripened ackee contains toxins that can lead to Jamaican vomiting sickness, a condition that can be severe or even fatal. This risk only adds to its mystique, reminding us that nature's greatest gifts often require the most respect and careful preparation. While the ackee demands caution in the kitchen, our next staple demands a different kind of bravery: sensory courage. Across the tropical climates of Indonesia and Malaysia, the durian reigns as the undisputed king of fruits. It is a heavyweight champion of the botanical world, a formidable behemoth protected by a husk of thorny spikes. To approach a durian is to embark on a documentary-style exploration of the senses. Its fragrance is legendary and polarizing. Critics have compared the robust, lingering aroma to anything from rotten eggs and cut onions to manure. Because of this overwhelming scent, the fruit is famously excluded from many public spaces and hotels. However, those who look past the scent discover a world of indulgence. Beneath that intimidating exterior lies a pale yellow flesh with a texture akin to a sweet, creamy custard. For fans of the fruit, the flavor tapestry is complex, offering deep notes of almond that have earned it a loyal, almost cult-like following. Doctors today are beginning to look back at these cultural staples, not just for their exotic flair, but for the rich, healthy fats and energy they provided to the generations before us. The ackee and the durian stand as bold emblems of nature's wild and wonderful flavors, reminding us that sometimes the best rewarding harvests are those that challenge us the most. To find our next forgotten treasures, we must leave the lush tropics and journey into the heart of the African savanna, a landscape where survival is an art form. Here, nature has designed fruits that are not just food, but vessels of life in an arid world. Standing as a sentinel of the plains is the majestic baobab, famously known as the tree of life. These giants are symbols of resilience, often living for thousands of years, their massive trunks storing water to endure the harshest droughts. Hidden within the baobab's hard, coconut-like shell is a dry, white pulp that our ancestors revered for centuries. While it was once a humble staple for African communities, providing sustenance and medicinal benefits, the modern medical world has turned its spotlight on this ancient fruit as a superfood sensation. Doctors now recommend it for its staggering nutritional profile. It is a powerhouse of health, packed with more vitamin C than oranges and overflowing with calcium, potassium, and fiber. Whether rehydrated into a refreshing drink or used as a tangy powder in modern smoothies, the baobab is a bridge from the ancient savanna to the contemporary health clinic. Sharing this rugged home is the horned melon, or kiwano, a fruit that looks like it belongs in a science fiction novel. Cloaked in a vibrant orange skin adorned with defensive horn-like protrusions, the kiwano is a true survivor native to the Kalahari Desert. It thrives where few other crops can, acting as a symbol of resilience in the parched landscape. When you crack open its spiky armor, you are met with a refreshing splash of color, a bright jelly-like emerald green interior filled with cucumber-like seeds. Its taste is an eclectic tropical melody, a mix of banana, lime, and cucumber. Beyond its unique flavor, the kiwano's high water content made it an essential hydrating treat for those living alongside it under the scorching sun. Today, as we seek natural ways to nourish our bodies, these survivalist gems remind us that the most potent medicines are often those that have learned to thrive in the toughest conditions on Earth. In the quiet corners of tropical West Africa grows an evergreen shrub that holds a secret capable of rewriting the laws of flavor. This is the miracle fruit, a tiny berry that serves as a taste bud twisting marvel. Imagine biting into a wedge of a tart, acidic lemon, only to find your mouth flooded with a burst of sweetness, as if you just swallowed a spoonful of pure sugar. This isn't magic. It's the work of a unique glycoprotein called miraculin. Discovered by researchers in the late 1960s, miraculin binds to your tongue and essentially plays a trick on your senses, making sour foods taste sweet for up to 2 hours. While it might seem like a clever party trick, modern medicine is beginning to look at the miracle fruit with newfound respect. Doctors have explored its potential to help chemotherapy patients who struggle with the metallic or off tastes often caused by their treatments. Although it faced regulatory hurdles as a sugar substitute in the 1970s, it remains a legal and fascinating novelty for those seeking a sweet adventure without the glucose spike. However, the world of miracle fruits also demands a gardener's most vital virtue, patience. Nowhere is this more evident with the Monstera deliciosa, often called the fruit salad plant. When fully ripe, this exotic delicacy offers a dizzying mixture of banana, pineapple, mango, and passion fruit. But nature has installed a strict security system for those who try to rush the harvest. The unripe Monstera is packed with calcium oxalate crystals, which can cause an agonizing burning sensation in the mouth if consumed too early. You must wait for the fruit to give you the signal, a built-in timer, where the green hexagonal scales begin to lift away, revealing the creamy, safe-to-eat flesh beneath. These plants are the divas of the botanical world, thriving in the hot, humid limelight of the rainforest. They remind us that the most incredible flavors are often protected by a barrier of time, and that the miracles our grandparents harvested were always worth the wait. As we conclude our global tour of nature's most unique offerings, we find ourselves standing at a crossroads between ancient wisdom and modern wellness. From the royal, slow-growing mangosteen that requires 15 years of patient stewardship to the baobab, a tree of life that has sustained communities for millennia, these fruits are more than just exotic curiosities. They are the forgotten harvests our grandparents once gathered, replete with the natural fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that modern doctors are only now beginning to rediscover as essential for our health. The journey of these fruits teaches us a vital lesson. Diversity is the heartbeat of resilience. Whether it is the kiwano thriving in the parched Kalahari Desert or the sapodilla tree, whose wood has outlasted a millennium of Mayan history, these species have survived by adapting to the world's most challenging environments. When we choose to include these treasures in our lives, whether through a zesty yuzu marinade or a nutrient-dense GAC supplement, we are doing more than expanding our palates. We are keeping our fruit bowls as diverse as the cosmos and ensuring that these botanical masterpieces do not vanish into the shadows of history. Planting these seeds, either in our gardens or in our daily diets, is a profound act of preservation. It is a way to honor the patience of the generations that came before us, the ones who understood that a fruit from heaven was worth the yearly wait. By embracing the sweet, creamy mysteries of the cherimoya or the tangy, life-giving kick of the baobab, we bridge the gap between the ancient garden and the future of medicine. So, as you look out over your own landscape, which exotic masterpiece would you plant to preserve for the future? Would you choose the star-shaped beauty of the carambola, or perhaps the taste-altering magic of the miracle fruit? Share your choice in the comments below, and let's continue to uncover the marvels of nature together. Keep your appetite for discovery as boundless as the universe, for there is always a new flavor frontier waiting to be explored.